James Gunn's Suicide Squad, the Master of None. Let me tell you what I thought about it and more now. Well, the big question is what did I think of James Gunn's Suicide Squad? Let me tell you right now, off the bat, I freaking loved it. I think it was a nice departure from a lot of the more serious tones that we'd get from some of your more traditional DC fare. Sorry, my friends of the Snyder persuasion. That being said, I really truly loved this movie. There were so many things that I liked about it that I could go on and on about. I couldn't come up with too many bad things, other than I thought the language was a bit... I get cussing in movies and stuff like that, and I think like Zack Snyder's Justice League, where it was just like 3 F-bombs total. You know what I mean? This one, it was like I lost count after like the first minute. It had a lot of cussing. But I don't want to sound like a prude. So, I mean, under cons, I wrote, it's kind of vulgar. But other than that, I mean, it was that kind of cartoony violence that you're kind of accustomed to with these superhero movies that we get nowadays. And whatever, Suicide Squad. One of the first things I'll start off by saying is I found it leaps and bounds better than the original Suicide Squad. Sorry. Some of you guys know my opinion on that. I've been kind of vocal. I've never been a fan of it. I hated it. Just constant pop songs. And I understand behind it, and I'm sure David Ayer's cut's much, much better. But as it stands, the only Suicide Squad movie I know of is the one that came out in 16, 17, whatever. Wasn't that good to remember. I loved Idris Elba as Bloodsport, man. His motivations were pretty unique, because everyone was like, oh, they're just gonna do, Deadshot again. It's going to be Deadshot again. No, no, it wasn't. It was a whole different character. I mean, there were similarities, of course, but no, he was a good dude. He had a heart, at the end of the day, when it was all said and done. Other people I loved Polka Dot Man. There's some really good scenes where he kind of describes, his origins and stuff like that, and just his whole gig is pretty funny. At first, I was like, "Who the hell's Polka Dot Man?" See, I come into this movie not really knowing a whole lot because, I wouldn't consider. I've never read any of the comics or anything like that. So what I've experienced has been through the movies and TV shows related to that. So. Anyways, another part that I liked, I'm just going to kind of go about the cast and what I liked about them, as opposed to some of the downers. I was kind of, there was parts in it, and I'm not going to get into any spoilers because it just came out, so I'm not going to say too much as far as that goes, and I've said it before, but I liked John Cena's Peacemaker quite a bit. I'm actually kind of interested to see what the Peacemaker show is going to be on HBO Max. I think it might actually be pretty good. It was a movie that didn't take itself too seriously, and I can appreciate that nowadays, especially when everything is just so damn serious, just in life in general. I mean, everybody's at each other's throats over one thing or another, be it politics or team sports or, political team sports, which is basically what's happened now. But anyways, I digressed a little bit. The other parts that I liked, of course, Harley Quinn, Margot Robbie, fantastic. I just like her chemistry with the rest of the squad. It's always been fantastic. Joel Kinnaman as Rick Flag, glad to see him back. He was good in this one as well. Dude, I loved King Shark. I mean, from start to finish. I mean, yeah, he kind of looked a little goofy in the trailers, but like when you finally got to see him in all of his glory, man, it was just like, yeah, no, I dig it. I'm right there with you. I thought it was fantastic. Hammerhead, Great White doesn't bother me too much. The only King Shark I've seen is on the animated Justice League Dark Apocalypse, which he was a Great White in that. So Apocalypse War. So I didn't have any issue with that. I also like comeuppance, and towards at the end of the movie, what comes around goes around is all I'm going to say. Everybody got their just desserts. It was really good. The villain as Starro was really interesting. It's so much fun. I can't wait for everybody else to see it, and tell me what you thought about it. Like I said, I'm going to be really quick. I'm probably going to be on some streams later tonight, just to talk about it. I'm really pumped, actually. This was a good movie. I'm glad it came out early, for one, and I got the chance to watch it right away. So yeah, anyways, thank you for watching. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Be civil in the comments. I understand. Hang on a second. Let's roll it back a second. Okay, I have friends that are DC fans, which are also Snyder fans, and I can see things that would have made them upset with this movie. That being said, some of it I agree with, some of it I do not. Like I said, the one thing that kind of stuck out to me was, this is for me, it was a little bit graphic. I wouldn't let my kids watch it if I was a discerning parent. I wouldn't let kids watch it. Like, I had to turn it off and shoo the nephews out when they came in when I was watching it. So I was like, no, sorry guys, kind of inappropriate for younger ages. But I get it. And I know there's a lot of upset and a lot of hurt in that community right now. And the best thing I can do, as a person who's been a part, kind of still is, I don't even know anymore. It's so amorphous. But the best thing I can do is that give it a shot. Don't quit hanging on to what, I don't know the best way to put it without erupting fires. Well, first off, y'all need to chill. Okay, this movie does not deserve hate. It does not deserve to be review bombed. It doesn't need constant harassment of the actors and actresses with restore the air cut. Just leave the people alone. Let them have their moment in the sun with this movie. It'll come and go. You know what I mean? So just chill. I think that if we do things better on this end by not getting upset about this kind of stuff, because I've already seen some visceral reactions, and I recorded this before I even looked at Twitter. I'm about ready to go do it here in a second. I kind of warmed the oven, so I watched the movie, and we'll see what takes place from there. But anyways, like I said, this is a good movie. I would like to see James Gunn take on another property from. I would like to see him do like a Shazam movie or something like that. But it'd be kind of rough, considering the subject matter, I guess. But anyways, no. Take a look at this movie. Give it a watch. Don't get upset. Honestly, the best thing you can do if you want to get your point across, anger doesn't do shit. It moves the needle in one direction and one direction only, their direction. Because every time you make a video about it, every time you post about it, every time you complain about it, is numbers and they're positive. Doesn't matter if you're bitching and complaining and talking all sorts of bad stuff about it. Doesn't matter. It's still traffic. Second, just let it go, man. Like, dude, there's so many other things to be upset about in the world. Why are we worried about a movie? Like I said, it was pretty damn good. All I look for in a movie most of the time is just to step out of my life for maybe 2 hours is all I can ask for. And this movie did its job. I mean, I didn't even look at my phone once. And that has to say something. So anyways, overall score, I'll probably give it a 7.5 to 8 out of 10. Not going to go as high as what I believe I did with the Snyder Cut. I still thought it was kind of goofy in certain parts, but it wasn't as bad as the trailers portrayed it to be. It still had its moments of seriousness, and yeah, it did have the tone of Guardians of the Galaxy. But guess what? I like Guardians of the Galaxy. One of the bigger things, and I should have said this earlier, was the pop songs. Dude, hardly any. I was blown away. I was like, hey, what? This movie's not bad. So, anyways, I dug it. Tell your friends. Be nice to me in the comments on Twitter, man. I know we remember we friends. You know what I mean? We ain't gotta get all upset, you know. And if that's the case, then yeah, say la vie, man. Big world out there. We'll find our way. All right, guys. Peace.
Thank you for watching. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe.